Hello everyone, it's Jazz. It's the West Ham Eyes channel. Hope everyone's well. It's another reasonably humid day near London in the UK, so I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're all well and healthy and looking forward to another year of European football. But the difference this time is obviously we're not in Europa. We're kind of in what they call the Europa League Conference. But for me, it was a shame we missed out by, 2 points to Manchester United in the end, which again, I know David Moyes was really upset, so was Rice and the other players, and it was largely due to our league form, wasn't it, everyone? And that's why, especially me, a bit worried about the window, isn't it? We do need lots of bodies in, but we'll talk about that on other shows, and we did it yesterday, so do watch that. So I hope everyone's well in the chat. So I think the Europa draw has already been made. I'm not really going to go into that. Our part, which is the European Conference League, will start at 1 o'clock. And this is what they're calling is the playoff round, everyone. So let me just share my screen with everyone. But before I go into it, actually, Fantasy Football League codes are there. So the channel, West Ham Eyes channel, Fantasy Football Premier League is up and running. Those are the codes. Please save them and please join. One is the traditional league, which is this one. That's the normal league. You can join at any time, as long as you've got your team in there and got points in. The other one, which is, where's it gone? This one is a head-to-head league where you have to get your entries in before the first game starts, and then the league is locked for the rest of the season, and then it will select fixtures, I think, where you will play one other team. So it'll be like a league, really. So yeah, those are the two codes. Please join that. The other thing is I have got a new show starting on Thursday evening at 8:30 UK time in the evening. It'll be called Captain Jazz, and it's the West Ham Rom night with me. It's going to be no real set agenda. We're gonna go with the flow. Obviously, grab a beer, wine, soft drink, whatever you like, and this could go on for 1 or 2 hours. I don't know. So, I'm gonna be again interacting with you guys in the chat, whatever questions you've got, and you can even talk about something a little bit outside West Ham if you want, and we can go down that avenue if it's interesting for everyone in the chat. But it's going to be going in random. I'm going to be talking about what's going on now, about history, and it will be live from my West Ham bar in the garage. So I'll be showing you some of my memorabilia in there. I might go through some of my program collections with you guys, and we'll talk about everything what you want. You know, West Ham, well, when I was growing up, memorable games. You can share me your views, your history, and even your favorite drinks and that kind of thing. So live from the West Ham bar, West Ham Rom night, starting this Thursday at 8:30 in the evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you will join me for that. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Blessings and good wishes from our new channel friend Sanuk, who is a Eintracht Frankfurt fan. And it looks like you're right, mate. Kostic isn't going to join us, it looks like. So you were right. So welcome to the channel. And I'll go back to the chat in a minute. But what I'll do, let's share my screen with you guys. Yeah, the first thing I'm going to show you, everyone, is obviously Frankie should be joining me soon. So hopefully he'll be joining soon. Let me just show you that we are part of a seeded group. So we are what they call is part of the main path. 5 teams that are in the main path. It's West Ham, Villarreal from Spain, Fiorentina from Italy, FC Cologne from Germany, and Nice from France. So those 5 are kind of seeded, and they will play the winners out of these 5 games. So we know our opponents are coming from one of these 10 teams, really, and we won't know who that team is till less than a week before the game starts. So it's a bit weird, isn't it? And straight away, Anderlecht, isn't it? And West Ham way, everyone. We're going to draw the hardest team, aren't we? It's going to be Anderlecht. We always get the hardest. Last year was Sevilla, strongest team left, past winners. Then it was Lyon, again, arguably one of the toughest teams left, and so forth. And we've got Man City way in the league, the toughest team again. So we always get it the same, really. Andrew, I'll be all right, mate. I wasn't going to go on about the signings, mate. I've had my moan yesterday, but No, I think they're in for 3 players who are going to cost in the region of about. I think they're after 2 players, and they want to pay about 25 million each for them. Again, installment plan, and then they're after a couple at about 12 million. So Kostic was going to be 12 million. Whatever his name, Cornetto, he's about 17 million release clause. But listen, Andrew, I'll tell you in another show. But I found out that Cornell, that release clause, it's 17 million if you've got cash or near all of it in cash. And if you're West Ham and you're going to do the payment plan like you do through Argos or your home catalogs like you used to, then it's 25 million. So they're going to add a lot of interest if it's installments, mate. So I don't know what's going on, mate. Kostic is playing hard to get, even though, we know the agent. Zelensky, again, these guys are all tied up with major European Champions League type of teams. I think we've got to get our finger out our backside and get that Onana deal over the line. And the good news I'm hearing about Onana and Souček is, looks like Souček will be staying. So you're going to have a central midfield 4 selection options for David Moyes, hopefully Onana, Downs, Rice, and Souček. And you've got Coventry in there again, isn't it? It looks like he's not going to get a chance. So it looks like David Moyes likes that selection. So it's still all up in the air, Andrew, at the moment. There's no definite news coming through. Like this time last week, we were really hot on the Samaka story, if you remember. That was getting really tasty. Bid had been accepted. Medical was on the way. So that was looking much more positive and going through the different steps that are needed to sign a player. But now at the moment, mate, not really anything concrete to share with you, mate. Apart from that, we've bid 2-3 times for Onana, Diaz, Cornet, I'm not sure. Kloset. I mean, whatever it is, mate, whatever formation wing backs, if he likes them, we need to get cracking. We need a centre back cover. We need a couple of wing backs. We need an extra striker / winger in. We need a number 10. We need a CDM. Mate, there's a lot of room left, isn't it? A lot of room left. So let's see if actually it's not gone live yet, is it? So it looks like there's nothing showing on the screen, and I'll try to go back into it again. But what I was sharing, everyone, is that we're one of these 5 seeded teams. West Ham, obviously, Villarreal, Fiorentina, Cologne, Nice. So we're not going to play any of them. They're seeded with us, and they're going to play one of these. Anderlecht, obviously, comes to mind. Wolfsberger, Austria, I've heard of them. AIK, Sweden, and hopefully Frankie will join. Frankie was saying that AIK is quite tasty in terms of the fans. So let me see if he's coming on. Hang on. Let me send the right link to him. That didn't help, did it, mate? Yeah, let me send the right link to Frankie. Get him on. Won't be a minute. All fun and games with me when we're live, as you know. Let me just send that to him. Yeah, let me just hide that a minute. Hang on. Won't be a minute. I've got to go into another app. Let me just close that window down. So let me know in the chat what your feelings are about the 5 teams that we spoke about. What do you reckon is going to happen? Who do you think we're going to play? Any reservations? As it could be typical West Ham. We might go out early. Let me know. And let me know what you think about the tournament. I'm fine with it. I'm quite happy that we grabbed that last kind of conference sort of spot, wasn't it, everyone? Because it could have been worse. We could have been finishing 8th. There we go. Send that to Frankie again, and we can back with our show. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Andrew, cheers, mate. Yeah, I know, mate. Yeah. So let me go back in there. There we go. So where are we gone? There we go. Why's it started again? That's a bit weird, isn't it? That is weird, isn't it? Why that started again? That is odd. Let me make sure that's bloody working. Kind of wet one there. Let me just check. Yep, that's fine. That's all cool. All right, let me know in the chat if there are any issues with you watching it, but I think that should be fine. ARK, yep, Sweden. ARK Sweden, we've heard of.
Ayakor.
Isn't it?
It's Ayakor.
You've done a lot of research on that, haven't you?
Mate, I used to go out there. Look, I've got the tattoo on the arm and everything. I love it out there.
What's the name of the city then?
It's in Stockholm. It's in the main. They play in the main national stadium, mate. It's amazing out there. Honestly, if we get them, it'd be huge. It'd be a really out of all those games, it's the big one.
It's not one of those. What's the one? Because Ericsson, obviously from Sweden, he managed Malmö, didn't he? Malmö, was it? Was it one of the others? Oh, there's one other team begins with G, doesn't it? Sounds like the Batman, Gothenburg. I don't know what it's called.
You've got Göteborg. You've got Djurgården is the other. So IAK share the stadium with Djurgården. So there's two teams that share the stadium, and then their other biggest rival in the city is Hammarby. But West Ham have got a lot of links with Hammarby. A lot of the Hammarby fans come over and go to West Ham games, and IAK have got a lot of links to Millwall because Kenny Paver used to play for them. So a lot of them really like Millwall. So actually, it's there's a little bit of needle and a little bit of rivalry there as well, mate.
So you want ARK, and Anderlecht, obviously everyone knows about. Wolfsburg, I've heard of them. Vicente, Portugal, they're quite okay. Yeah, Viborg, Denmark. I just think we're going to get Anderlecht, mate. Whoever's the toughest, we'll get them. I
remember the Anderlecht pre-season friendly we had. Even that was lively. Do you remember that at Upton Park?
Yeah.
That was a really. It was probably one of the most exciting pre-season games I've ever been to, mate. It was very, very good for a pre-season game.
Oh, great atmosphere. Great point, Mr. Carter. There is a team in there from Malta. I didn't realise.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, there's a Maltese team in there.
Oh, there's a lot of that'll be interesting, mate. Malta.
Yeah,
wow.
But that's actually a good one to get, because if you get that one, you've got either Austria or Malta, two places I'd quite like to go. Yeah. Whereas if you get the Anderlecht one, you shouldn't end up in Estonia, but who knows? If you get the Portugal one, you could end up in Latvia, which I don't really fancy. If you get IAK, you can end up in Macedonia, which I don't really fancy. The only other one that I thought was quite interesting was the Faroe Islands, mate. I didn't realise that was sort of north of Scotland, between Norway and whatever the other country is that is sort of on the other side. So, Faroe Islands looked like an adventure, mate. I was not opposed to that. I'll give that a go.
Oh my god, that'll be something, man. I don't know what they're like in terms of laying on flights. I mean, even hearing an hour ago, was it BA short haul all cancelled? All
mate, so I'm kind of free this week. For the first time in 6 years, I could actually have a few days off out of the business. So I was really looking forward to it, and I wanted to just go somewhere last minute. Mate, you just can't get nowhere. And if you do want to go somewhere, it costs you a fortune. Like, I couldn't believe how much flights were. Like, to go to Sweden, £550 each way. And to go to Amsterdam, £400 each way. And crazy money. Eurostar, all cancelled trains this week. Can't get anywhere on the Eurostar. One service a day, which is £350 each way. It's gone crazy out there.
I tell you what, my neighbour was saying that a lot of people are switching to trains now, Frankie. I think he's going to go, France and other places. Some people are driving to Europe now, or they're doing the train now.
Well, I was looking at Amsterdam. Eurostar was an absolute no-go unless you wanted to, pay a fortune. So the other route would be to get the ferry over to Calais and then just get the slow 6-hour train, change at Lille and get down that way, which become reasonable. But, mate, you're talking like 10, 11 hours to get to Amsterdam. Oh. You can see it on a good day from Dover. Like, how can it take you 11 hours to get over there?
Or I'm sure there's a ferry from Liverpool to Rotterdam, isn't there? I think used to be back in the day.
And there is a service, Newcastle to Amsterdam, direct. So I was going to get the train up to Newcastle, £500 each way on the ferry to go from Newcastle to Amsterdam.
I tell you, some people who are getting where they need to be, again, I'm being really naughty and not football, is the migrants. They've broken the record, Frankie. 700.
Well, there we go.
770 got across today or yesterday. Oh,
mate, if they can manage it, then I need to get my act together, obviously, because
17,000 have come over. Oh wow, in the little dinghies. But anyway, so let's see if I think BT are showing it, but obviously I'm in a room where I haven't got the TV, but I'm waiting for the main website. And that, again, it was on earlier in the day. I didn't take any notice. It was Europa. I suddenly panicked when I turned the TV on and I thought, oh my God, have I got the timings wrong? But then I realised, no, it's Europa's first. We're kind of last. And what I was saying to everyone, mate, was that we're one of those that are part of the main path, 5 of us: West Ham, Villarreal, Fiorentina, FC Cologne and Nice. And then we play these interesting guys. And we won't know who our opponents are until about a week before we do play them. It's a very short gap, mate. So I know we'll talk about it hopefully on our show later on in the week, mate. But I'm hearing all these things about the plastic season tickets. People want the cards, and people are panicking. And there's Hammers United doing something. I don't know what's going on again, mate.
Hey, all I know is, I've done, and this again, I'm not saying that these people aren't right and so on, but I see this argument if people haven't got a smartphone, mate. That's so few and far between now, and I don't know. The Euros obviously had massive crowds at Wembley, 90 odd thousand, and lots of people trying to get in and all sorts. Mate, there was no ever any trouble with accessing the stadium at the Euros. They had this NFC technology where as you're walking up to the gate, they didn't let you pass. So it would be the same for us. Say you walk up to where we have a bag search in the security, they would scan, they activate your ticket for that game there, but it only took a couple of seconds. And then once you pass through and you got to the ticket booth, you held your phone up to the thing and it let you straight in. I have to say, it worked a dream. And sometimes I think, we haven't even been over there and tried it yet. Like, let's see what the situation is. It might be all right, but we're sort of kicking off before we've even experienced it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying it's a good idea, bad idea, or, plastic cards shouldn't be introduced. But, I think we should at least maybe give it a go, because at the Euros it worked like a dream. It really did. So, and I went to 4 games and all of them were perfect. So
I love some of the icons these guys have got. Look at this one, the face. What's the story, mate? Kostic, mate. It's not looking good. It's getting trickier. Yeah, so we're not as far advanced or confident as you were this time last week with Skamaka, where bids were being accepted, medicals were being booked, flights were coming over. It's kind of stuck, mate. Every deal is stuck at the moment, I'm afraid. We're not progressing anywhere. And we'll see where that goes, mate. Yeah, all kinds of names have been dropped, and some players are finding out, Frankie, we've bidded 2-3 times for it, mate. Well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, we do need a lot of bodies over the line. Right, looks like that guy is getting ready. So I'm just going to check. I am going to be a bit slower than anyone watching it live on BT. So we'll see what happens with that. But what will be interesting, mate, I haven't had a look, and I don't really go down a betting route, mate. Do you know where we are so far? Have they not made the list yet? Are they going to wait? Yeah.
No idea, mate. Again, betting's not really my thing, my man.
It just gives you an indication of how we sit with the other teams, but we've got to be up there, haven't we? But we've got to be up there, man. But the thing that's annoying me, mate, is how those teams all drop in, don't they? From Europa and things
and
like
that's
that.
it. I mean, I don't know if I agree with all that, mate. If you've got a tournament, that should be your tournament. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't really agree with Champions League teams dropping into the Europa, and I don't really agree with Europa teams dropping into the conference, mate. If you get knocked out, you get knocked out. That should be game over, shouldn't it? So,
Darren, hope you're well. If I'm right, Frankie, Darren watches from Bangkok, I think. So he's usually going home this time in the traffic. Lee, how you doing, mate? I'm all right. I don't know. I'm all right. Yeah, lots going on, but again, I'm getting greedy. I wanted a few more people over the line, mate, but there we go. Chucky, is it Chucky? My God, funny films. Well, I grew up on Freddy Krueger, mate, if anyone remembers,
What's a H2H league, mate, at the top here?
What it is, that means that you have to enter it before the first game kicks off, and then it locks in everyone, and and I think it gives, obviously, it turns into a league, and it'll churn out the fixtures itself, and you'll play one team out the league. So it doesn't matter how many points anyone else has got, long as whoever you're playing the other team. So it's a bit like a league. Yeah. It's at the top there, Darren, at the top, mate. So if you watch it later on, you can take a photo shoot of it, but I'm tweeting it now and again as well. So it's just above my head, both the codes. And it's the Premier League, the number one game. I know people do the Sun and the Mirror and whatnot, but Telegraph we used to back in the day, but we just stick to the official Premier League, mate. And at last they've changed their graphics a bit. So when you log in, Frankie, it does look a bit different, mate. It looks a bit different.
Yeah, no, I like it, mate. It's always been my favourite one. I don't like the Sun one and all that. Just not a bit of me.
Sun used to be 433, and you get £1 million back in the day. I think I can't remember. But yeah, I'll just stick to that, mate.
Right, I've got the H2H one up.
Yeah, I think we got about 6, 7 in there at the moment. Hopefully, we had about 30, 40 last year, so let's see how that goes. Well, that's clear, isn't it? Well done, Jazz. Pump more electricity down there.
I can't seem to join the other one though. Don't know why that's not working. Maybe I'm already in it. What's it called, your other one?
It's called West Ham Irons League. That's it, head-to-head league, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one. What's the one on the front here? The Code for Fantasy Football League.
I think that's the one you're in. I think you're in. The one you need is the VPC lowercase and then 7MU.
Done that one. So that one's taken me into the H2H.
That's it. You're done then. You're in both then. I think you were in the other one from last year.
Lovely.
Darren. Yeah, he's in Bangkok now. Darren, let us know if the weather's as hot and humid as it is over here, mate, because I know the Far East, like Singapore.
Here we go. Get them balls a good old spin around.
Yeah.
And then let's get a core, and then we're getting on the run.
Yeah.
Very exciting, mate. I've missed this. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Can you imagine not having this? This is so important.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Match 5. Oh,
Match 5.
Okay. Winners of match 5. Maribo.
I guess do they draw whether you're home or away first and stuff like that, or does that determine who comes out first? And
I think whoever comes out first has got to be home in the first leg. I think that's kind of the way it usually works. Thanks, Lee. Keep joining, mate. Spread the word. Subscribe.
Winners of match 2.
Yeah. Hat-trick split. Oh, God, that's Billich's team, isn't it?
Match 3.
I'm going to pause it if I can next time, then we can have a look.
Yeah, it's really windy here. I don't know if you can hear in the background. It's crazy windy here.
It's probably storm coming then. It's 44 teams, Frankie. 22 matches, mate. And it is confusing, mate. I think
this isn't us at the moment, is it? This is not our group.
No, they always leave the best to the rest, so you keep hanging on. Group stages will be nice and clear. There'll be 32 teams.
There's your Malmo. They've just gone in.
Yeah. God, I remember that Sweden or Poland always used to be in England's group at tournaments.
So we did get Sweden quite a bit at times.
Yeah, under Graham Taylor, I think we struggled. Always struggled against them.
We've always struggled against him. Do you remember that Zlatan one where he did that nutty overhead kicks, like back heel, crazy goal that lobbed into the goal? It was.
God, yeah, it was difficult marking him as a centre back. Bloody hell.
Yeah, there was a lot of teams. I don't know what's the official number of teams that entered this tournament from the very beginning. It was something like 128 teams or something. It's crazy.
I'm not surprised, mate. I mean, all I know is 44 here. And then more confusingly, Frankie, obviously 22 go through. Then they lump another 10 from the Europa again. So you get 30. So that you get 32, and then 16 groups of 4. So that's it. we're talking about 8 groups of 4. Sorry, and then it's simple after that. Yeah.
Whatever happened to the good old straight knockout tournament, mate? Just go in, blast your way through it, and whoever wins wins.
Not enough money that way, is it?
It's right though, isn't it? It's always money, all about money, mate.
Yeah, it is crazy. Actually, has the number of subs you allowed, has it gone up? Because Klopp started crying, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think it's gone up. I think they were going to get their way in the end, weren't they? Yeah, these teams are like Bratislava, Malmö in there, Shamrock Rovers.
There's some awful ones in there, isn't there?
Linfield.
I'm glad we've avoided this section because there's some some right old ropey teams in there.
Yeah. But then again, soon as this draw is done, even though we won't know, the prices will probably begin to pick up and that kind of thing, isn't it, for everyone?
Yeah.
But I think once you're in mainland Europe, you can get around borders. Not too bad. Because Frankie spoke about Austria. When I went to Vienna, I couldn't believe how many countries it borders, Frankie. It's right in the centre. And the cab driver, taxi's telling me, if I'm bored and I want to go to Estonia or Slovakia, it's €5. I'll just cross the border, Germany, Switzerland. You can get around really quick.
I couldn't believe some of them other teams that you could play, like the Latvia and that, mate. You can throw a stone at Moscow from there. It was like, you're right next to it. Do you know what I mean? It was crazy.
Crazy, isn't it?
I wouldn't fancy it too much, I've got to say.
No. Yeah, especially when you're flying. You know what they're like. You don't want to be flying near Russian airspace.
Latvia and Estonia is just, I couldn't. I think I'd give that a massive swerve, mate, to be honest.
So I was thinking, like over the years, Sky have lost an awful lot of football, haven't they? They've lost the Spanish League. They've lost all the Champions League, all these tournaments.
Yeah.
Just Premier League left, and they'll probably be in danger of that next time with BT's financial clout. But what's happened, what I've learned, one of my old companies, again, Discovery, they're going in with BT in a joint venture, mate. They've done a joint venture with them. And Sky, and if Sky lose what they've got, I don't know what that means, because I don't watch a lot of Sky.
They're losing everything, but the only thing that's not going down is their blooming payments every month. That's frightening, that. Do you know what I mean? It's They haven't got the draw that they used to have because they haven't got all of these exclusive sports and stuff, but they still want a fortune. So,
wow, Steve, looks like you got a bit of knowledge in that part of the world, mate. And I think we should think outside the box. I like to go somewhere.
Mate, I've got no problem with going to the place itself. That wasn't my question. Like, I'd really happily go there. Like Lithuania and that lovely places, I'd love to go and visit them. It's what you said earlier on with the cancellations of flights and airspace complications at the moment and all that sort of stuff. You just don't want the ag of getting stuck there. And then, I'm not sure I could be dealing with all that. So
yeah, you're right. Darren. This is like waiting for my grandma to take her home.
Well, I'm just down the road from those two areas, so I'm not far. If she needs a hand, mate, I can get down there. Not a problem.
Yeah, I know Gillingham. My aunt's from Gillingham. She lives in Rainham still. And Frankie, they ended up there because the Chatham Docks back in the day, a lot of employment there. And then it finished, and they all became licensed taxi drivers around there. And then... And for you fact finders, that's where rope was made for the Navy, Gillingham, I think, Chatham, around there. Yeah.
Look at these two boring. Oh, he lives in Gravesend, just down the road. So we're all in the same sort of area.
And then, I used to go there quite a lot because Gillingham Station, mate, used to be connected to Victoria, London Station.
Ideal for all of us, mate. We jump on that high-speed train and we're at the London Stadium in no time at all. We're all properly linked. Gravesend is you fly through. So, nice.
Yeah, my cousin is in Ebbsfleet, mate. He's bought a new house in Ebbsfleet.
Yeah, Ebbsfleet's perfect for it.
A lot of new houses going up there, and the theme park is on the way there, I heard. A huge one at some point.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how much that is progressing. I don't think it's been a bit on and off that project, so...
Bromley, because I work with banks, Bank of America got a huge operation there, mate. Back office, Bromley.
Yeah, a lot of my family in Bromley, Farnborough Park and Alpington sort of area, Locksbottom, Nans in Chislehurst, so all around that area. We're all south of the river, mate. It's a bit naughty, really.
Have you been to any games at Gillingham in the past? Or
I went to the cup one with us last season. I did go to that, but I've not been in the home end or anything like that.
Priestfield Stadium, top of my head, isn't it? Priestfield.
Yeah, so Darren's from Higham, which is just down the road. I used to have to get the train along. I used to work in Strood, so I used to have to get the train along through
Strood,
that.
yeah, remember the Strood signs? Yeah. Bloody hell. A lot of development going on down in Kent the last couple of years.
Yeah, there is, mate. There is.
Rapid VM.
Frankie's parents live in Farnborough Park, so that's where my uncle and auntie live in there. So.
Yeah, I know, Tony. Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, we missed out by 2 points, didn't we? Missed out by 2 points Champions League the season before and 2 points this year. Europa, mate. Farnborough. Great.
I don't care what tournament we're in, mate. I just need
yeah.
Just need an adventure, mate. It's all an adventure. I love it.
Rio lives there too.
Yes, Rio. Yeah, he did. I don't know if he still does. I know he did. I think he moved now. I think he had a new place built, didn't he?
Rio's gone all quiet. Twitter, hasn't he?
Good. He didn't talk a lot of sense, the geezer, did he?
Always got himself into trouble, didn't he? Well, they haven't updated nothing yet.
Shame what happened with him and us, really. And I don't know. He never looks out for the best for us. And mate, I idolised him as a kid because I used to play centre half, and he was I don't know, kind of revolutionary to that position with the way he used to go past a couple of players and bring the ball out, and he was so comfortable on the ball for a centre half. He was I don't know, I really liked him.
Frankie's pulling up a ex-Millwall boy, Gary O'Neill. Let me put your message up, mate. Messing about with two. I've got my work buddy emails at one screen and then a draw going on. Gary O'Neill lives next door to my. Ooh, because I'm not familiar. So Frankie, that must be a nice part of Kent, then, mate.
Beautiful, mate. Yeah. It's gated community. You have to go through the gate, and then, mate, at Christmas time, it's the most unbelievable place. It's incredible. It's lovely, mate. It's really nice.
Come on, you two, get a move on.
Mate, this typical Europa, isn't it? Just look at these boring Muppets. It's just like, just jazz it up a little bit. What needs Eddie Earn to go in there and liven it up a little bit? That's what it needs.
Let's get some ex-players on there at least, someone we know.
Well, they did last year for bits, but again, it was always just someone who was, I don't know, very political, just a boring. I don't know. They've just got to try and jazz it up a bit, haven't they? It's so.
I'll tell you what, you guys in the chat, come on, let's get more in the chat. It's more interesting in the chat than what's going on here. We were talking about all these things about Kent and getting all this knowledge. Yeah, I was about to mention that Brian Moore. He's a Gillingham fan, the old commentator, my favourite commentator.
Never heard of him, mate.
Yeah, because you used to have Barry Davis, John Motson, BBC. Brian Moore was ITV, the big match. So any big match on ITV, Brian Moore. Didn't have much hair. Great voice. And there was a rumour that he definitely had a soft spot for West Ham.
Mate, and do you know what? That's really quite sad with that sort of that character when the voice was the big appeal, and it was people who were from outside of this whole new era of old ex-players being the commentators and stuff like that. It's terrible. It's killed it for me. Like, commentary should be, like you say, about the voice, about the character, about the personality. And then we've got some right divvy ex-players who haven't earned enough money or pissed their money up the wall going on to be commentators. So I think it's quite a shame, to be honest.
I think it's terrible. I think if you're a character, you're not allowed on TV. I think Matthew Letizia is quite vocal why he didn't renew his contract. Cotty was told to go away. Tony Gale, unfortunately, works for Ben Sports or one of the others. Optus, I think, I can't remember.
But Tony Gale has got a good voice for commentary, actually. He's all right. He's he's the I guess the exception from the old players who actually has a bit of something about him. And I know you've got Gary Neville and Carragher try and be controversial and try and add a bit, but it's all forced and it's all, I don't know, it ain't for me, really.
I'll tell you what, Tony Gale, I remember you, yeah, go ahead. Let's see what this one's going to be. let's see if one of these teams come up. So yeah, you guys, you and Baz had Tony Gale on one of your shows, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a good interview. That actually, really good.
I might watch it again.
Yeah, it's a good interview.
What's he doing? Get on with it. You nearly missed the whole pot, didn't he? Looking the other way. We know you guys cheat. Just get on with it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is this us now? Is this us? Let's have a look.
God, they're slow, aren't they? I don't know. Someone in the chat will tell us. There's always smart people. It's West Ham.
Oh, we're going to Denmark or the Faroe Islands.
So that's Viborg of Denmark or B36 Torshan, everyone. So we were number 3, weren't we, Frankie? We were number 3. We're at home, first leg, far as I know, everyone.
Well, mate, Denmark is my favourite place in the world. I love Denmark. I used to go to Copenhagen every single multiple
God, you have
times
travelled, haven't you? I haven't been
Denmark.
there.
It's an incredible place. A company I used to work for, their head office was in Denmark. So I used to have to travel like 3-4 times a year. And then they have what's called Distortion, which is a street party. They close the whole town centre down. They have live music all the way through the town centre, 200,000 people. It's incredible. So I love Denmark. So I'd really like to go there. And the Faroe Islands, I said, would be something totally different and a bit of an adventure. So chances of getting tickets, I think, will be very slim because the allocations will be so small. But mate, you know, it's all right. We haven't got any opportunity for those Eastern European dodgy ones. So no, I'm all right with that, mate.
I think, Denmark. You're going to laugh now. It's famous for bacon, Dane pack bacon, Lego from Denmark. Lego, I think.
It seems quite Danish, doesn't it?
I think it is. You might get confused. Like Father Christmas is Finland, isn't it? Lapland people go there. So I'm just going to update that for that. Okay, let me just update for everyone. First of all, I'm going to put the date, mate, which is 18th of August. Thursday, first leg. Versus Viborg. Denmark. Again, I don't know if that's near Copenhagen, mate.
Let's have a look what part of Denmark it. I mean, Denmark's not the biggest place anyway. And parts of it border Sweden, which you can nip over to Sweden from certain parts of it. So,
Dave, how you doing, mate?
let's have a look. Viborg, there we are. And right up in the north.
I'm going to go back to go ahead.
Sort of towards Randers. So,
it's got to be first leg at home. It's got to be all the draws that you do. The first team that's because you can see. There we go. So I'll go back to the chat in a few minutes. I just want to leave this out there for some people who are joining in late. Chuck it up there somewhere. There we go. 18th of August, mate. Let me double check that again. Yeah, the first bull drawn out will designate the home team for the first leg on Thursday, 18th of August. There we go. Got anything in the diary for that day? I haven't checked it. I'll check later.
So what would be the away one, mate?
The away one will be 25th of August.
Okay. So yeah, you couldn't be further away from Copenhagen. You're not going to do a stop off or an over. I mean, it's not even connected by land, so you won't be going to the main part at all. So
oh wow,
we are right up in the north towards sort of Randers and those sorts of areas. So no, I mean it's that would be a bit of an adventure, mate. I'd be all on for that.
Let me just have a quick look, see what these guys are up to, and then we'll have a look at Denmark's map, mate, in a minute. Let's have a look.
The capital is the capital of both Viborg municipality and the region of Murtetidland. Viborg is also a seat of the Western High Court, blah, blah, blah. Second largest Danish municipality. I mean, it seems like a very well-established, built-up area, mate. I think it's it's a main city. I think there'd be a lot to do there. I think it would be a fun old trip, mate, to be honest. Leading cities for sport starts with handball, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean...
I'm not sure how big the country is, but yeah, I don't know.
Mate, that looks like a lot of fun. I would definitely be game for that, mate, for sure.
So, yeah. Yeah, Viborg's in the north.
Yeah.
You got Randers, Aalborg in the north. Where's Copenhagen then? Am I missing something? Where the hell's that gone?
Copenhagen's right down on the right towards Sweden. It's not even in that part of on that bit of land. You skip over the next island and then the next island, go to the right, and then up, halfway up now, where the orange is there.
Right.
So
oh my god! Wow, that's totally. Oh mate, oh no!
Not even in the same country. Look at it.
Wow, that is weird, isn't it?
It's like being one's in Ireland and one's in the UK. It couldn't be further different.
So that's one of the international airports they got, and I'm assuming that Odense and Aarhus are fairly big.
But we're saying this is the done. I don't know how whether the Faroe Islands team are any good or not. Might have some chance. We might be in the Faroe Islands, mate. Who knows?
Yeah, there's Viborg, everyone, and then as Frankie mentioned, there's all these islands that make up Denmark. Copenhagen's there. There's Sweden. Ferry from I don't know Helsingborg to I don't know. We'll have to have a look. I don't know, but wow, what a part of the world, eh? Brilliant,
mate. We might not be going there. It might be the Faroe Islands. The Faroe Islands team might win. So, we can't totally say it's definitely Viborg yet. I know everyone's assuming that because the Faroe Islands haven't exactly got a history of football, but you never know. Football's a funny old game, mate.
Yeah, I know, mate. So I think that's finished. Let me just put up the draws for everyone. There we go. God, these guys are so slow. God.
B36 Torshavn is the Faroe Islands team. Interesting to see how each of them got into the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, B36 look absolutely atrocious. I'm changing my mind. I don't fancy the Faroe Islands trip. I think we'll stick with the old. We'll stick with a trip to Denmark, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the bloody draw up. I don't know where it is.
I wonder what the stadium. Oh my god. The stadium looks like, whoa, yeah. This B36, we steer clear of them. I think, mate. The stadium's very unique. I think Maidstone United have got a better state. They have. Maidstone United have got a better stadium than this Faroe Islands team. So,
I think someone had a where they listed the capacity and how many tickets we're going to get and that kind of thing. So Dundee United have been drawn.
Mate, I think the local grammar school have got a better pitch than this Faroe Islands team. It is. I know there's some moody ones out there, but this is, you don't want to be going there. It's pointless.
Okay, let's see.
So Viborg, what are they like? Yeah, Viborg's a lot more established, mate. Much better place to go, I think. A major city in Denmark, stadium's all right. I think that's the place we got to go.
Yeah. Let's try and get to the bottom of this. Where we're gonna. Okay, let me pause it. Okay. There we go. That's kind of our draw. Not really interested in the others. Don't really know half the teams who they are. Let's go through the chat. Let's see what's going on.
Who Iacor could be going to Fenerbahce. Wow.
God, that would be sick. Wow. Yeah, so Dave's very happy with the Nana, mate. He's one hell of a frame, isn't he, mate? Huge, isn't he?
I really like that spell where we had Moad Diarmi and we had Kuyate, and we always had that big powerhouse midfielder who'd bomb forward and carry the ball and take us up the pitch. I like that little period that we had, but both of them sort of started really strongly and then really sort of faded away, didn't they? It was strange.
I think then we had Mark Vivian Foe a little bit before that.
Yeah.
Quite a big frame he was. Steve is mentioning Trican of Surströmming, is it?
Yeah, it's that stinky fish, and it's really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not alcoholic or anything, or is it?
Huh?
Is it got alcohol in it?
No. It's just a can of really fermented, strong fish. It's awful.
Why would you drink that? But anyway. Oh my God. Yeah. European travels. We ain't had too many of them, mate, have we? Cheers, Steve. Thanks a lot, mate. I hate Sundays even more, mate. I hate and Frankie, when we didn't have to play on a Sunday, they still put us on a Sunday.
I know.
Ken Hammers, how you doing, mate? Oh, mate, Ken, you go to a lot of away games, didn't you, mate? You might find a way to get there. Start building your own canoe. Oh, mate. Okay, Kent's done his research, mate. You know your football, mate. Kent's got a very popular Facebook group, everyone are saying. Always typing stuff on there quite frequently during the day. So, yeah, have a look. Oh, my God, it's rotten fish. Epic, hope you're all right, mate. Oh, mate. Oh. It's like there's a fruit in the Far East, isn't there, Frankie, that's got a really weird smell to it as well, I've heard. Really some weird stuff out there. Oh, mate. Oh, my God. Hope you're doing well, Peter. So we're gonna call it a day, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Yeah, we've done about 40 minutes, which quite a lot. So that's the main part of the draw, everyone. We're at home first leg, August the 18th, away leg 25th. But we won't know who we're getting exactly, perhaps not until the 11th. Only a week. That's another problem, Frankie. Even if you had some kind of means to get there, you won't know where you're going till less than a week to go, mate.
No, that's right. And then everything goes through the roof. I think getting a refundable ticket is the answer now. Do it if you want to go, do it now, but make sure it's refundable and book both. And then you're gonna not overpay. When it comes to that week before, everything just goes with silly money, doesn't it? So
look at the knowledge. It's called durian fruit, is it? Well done. Anyway, yeah, Frankie, thanks for joining in, mate.
No worries, man.
Denmark
didn't get the one I was looking for, mate, but it'd just be nice to go somewhere fun.
It is. So take care, everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining in, and we'll catch up definitely on Thursday. Captain Jazz's Ron night on Thursday. That's going to start, and then we're going to do 1 or 2 other things. And I'm trying to squeeze in. I want to kind of confirm what the channel plans are. Frankie's part of it. One more person's joining us. We're not going to have too many people this season, and we're hoping we can push a quick season review. And if we can, sit thinking what our 1 or 2 main channel people are going to think about what's going to happen with the season. So I'll try to do that Saturday, Friday if I can. But yeah, catch up Thursday otherwise, unless something happens in the transfer window. So take care, Frankie. Thanks a lot for joining us.
See you later, mate.
Thanks, everyone. Get ready for Denmark or Faroe Islands.